There are days when you wake up and feel like you didn't sleep at all. Your body is heavy, your heart feels burdened, and your soul feels disconnected from everything, even your Creator. You want to pray, but something stops you. You try to speak to Allah, but your heart feels blocked. The tears may come, or they may not, yet the sadness is undeniable. You sense a cloud over you, yet you can't explain where it came from. This isn't just a bad mood. This is deeper. Suddenly your anxiety spikes. Your thoughts spiral. The people closest to you, those who once uplifted you, now seem to turn against you or misunderstand you constantly. You're accused, avoided, or abandoned. It begins to feel like the world is working against you, not externally, but on a level you can't explain. You begin to ask, what is wrong with me? Why is everything collapsing all at once? That invisible weight? It might not be emotional burnout or mental fatigue. It may be spiritual warfare. There are times when the soul is not just weary, but wounded, and not by worldly hardship, but by unseen forces. This is the silent storm many suffer through in isolation, not knowing that their symptoms are signs. Signs of something much deeper, something the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself faced, Sihr, witchcraft. And today we expose it, revealing the truth. When we talk about suffering, we often reduce it to psychology. You're just tired. It's just stress. But the Prophet, Saw, who had the purest of hearts and strongest of minds, once suffered from Sihr, and he was divinely protected. This proves that spiritual attacks are not a reflection of your weakness, but a reality of this world. Allah allows it for wisdom, and with it, He gives the tools to overcome. Sihr is subtle. It doesn't always appear as curses and rituals. Often, it functions through confusion, isolation, and manipulation. It whispers to your mind, rewrites your memories, clouds your thinking, and detaches your heart from the people and things you love. It's a virus in the unseen, not always visible to others, but deeply felt by the soul. Its power lies in how quietly it works behind the veil. The purpose of this video is not to cause fear, but to awaken clarity. We're going to unveil 5 hidden signs that may indicate you're under a spiritual attack. You'll learn how to recognize them, understand what's happening beneath the surface, and most importantly, discover how to begin reclaiming your peace, your clarity, and your connection with Allah. Because every problem that begins in the unseen can also be solved by the unseen. Sign 1. Emotional and mental disturbance without cause. You were once stable, calm, even cheerful. But now your emotional state flips without warning. You feel anger you can't explain, sorrow that hits you in waves, and fear that creeps into your heart in moments of silence. This isn't your normal self, you know it, but you can't stop it. There's no clear trauma, no fresh heartbreak, no reason you can point to. Yet you cry randomly. You panic easily. You feel guilty, hopeless, or unworthy. These emotional shifts aren't always internal. They can be external forces targeting the heart and mind. Sihr is known to attack a person's perception of themselves, whispering doubts, magnifying faults, and darkening the way they see their life. Prophet Muhammad, Saw, himself experienced memory distortion and confusion during a period of Sihr. If it can happen to him, it can happen to anyone. You're not losing your mind, you're facing a battle on a level many can't see. The biggest lie the enemy wants you to believe is, it's all in your head. But that's exactly how Sihr works, in your head and heart. You are not crazy. You are not weak. This is not a punishment. It is a test, one that Allah equips you to pass when you turn to Him and seek understanding. Recognizing this disturbance as a potential spiritual attack is the first step toward reclaiming your internal peace. Sign 2. Mysterious conflict with loved ones. Suddenly, your relationships begin to crumble. The people you were closest to, your spouse, your siblings, your parents, even your dearest friends, begin to argue with you, misinterpret you, or drift away. You find yourself in fights that escalate for no reason. Conversations turn cold. The love turns sour. And you're left wondering, why is this happening? What changed? This isn't coincidence. One of the most common forms of Sihr is Sihr al-Tafriq, a type of spiritual attack designed to break apart love, unity, and harmony. The Qur'an directly mentions it in Surah Al-Baqarah 2-102, where it speaks of magic used to cause separation between a man and his wife. But this influence extends beyond marriages. It can infect family bonds, friendships, and even business partnerships. It operates like a virus, sowing discord where there was once trust. You try everything to fix it: communication, patience, compromise, but nothing seems to work. That's when you must consider, is this bigger than emotions? The truth is, when the heart is attacked spiritually, it can be misled emotionally. But here's the beauty: no damage caused by Sihr is permanent when Allah's help is sought. The Qur'an is not just recited, it heals. What was broken can be mended, and what was poisoned can be purified. Sign 3. Repeated blockages in marriage and proposals. You've had several proposals, all seemed promising. Everything felt right, but something always went wrong. Either it fell apart at the last minute, or the other person suddenly changed their mind. You start to question yourself. Is it me? Am I doing something wrong? Why does this keep happening to me? The pattern becomes clear: nothing ever progresses. This kind of repeated block is often a sign of Sihr targeting marital potential. Many victims of Sihr are unknowingly affected by jealousy-based or revenge-driven spiritual attacks aimed at preventing their union. The goal is simple: isolation, delay, and emotional breakdown. Sometimes it's due to someone harboring envy or wishing you harm. And over time, this creates deep emotional exhaustion, hopelessness, and even a crisis of self-worth. But Allah reminds us, no soul can delay or hasten what is written for it. When He decrees a union, no force can stop it. And when He protects you, not even the most malicious Sihr can succeed. Your heartbreaks are not always rejections. They may be redirections or protection. The key is to seek refuge in Allah, fortify your energy through dhikr and Qur'an, and recognize that the delay is not denial, it is divine preparation. Sign 4. Blessings turning into burdens. You once loved your job, your home, your marriage, but now what once brought joy now brings distress. You feel suffocated in the same spaces that used to inspire you. The people who used to uplift you now drain your energy. Even your moments of peace begin to feel tainted. It's like a light inside you is slowly dimming, and you don't know why. This is a subtle sign of spiritual poisoning, often triggered by envy-based Sihr. Jealousy is a powerful fuel for witchcraft, and its goal is to taint the good in your life so that you feel trapped, bitter, and lost. Over time, your blessings start to feel like burdens. This leads to confusion, because you start to wonder if it's your own fault. Maybe I was ungrateful. Maybe I didn't deserve it. But no, the real issue may not be your mindset, it may be what's attacking your peace. If your blessings are turning bitter for no clear reason, it may be time to spiritually cleanse and realign. The beauty of Islam is that even poisoned hearts can be purified. The Qur'an is a living remedy. Allah can restore sweetness to what has soured, if you ask Him with sincerity and consistency. Sign 5. A life pattern that defies logic. You're doing everything right, praying, striving, working, but your life feels frozen. No matter what direction you take, you hit a wall. You succeed briefly, then something sabotages it. It's like you're living in a cycle of failure or stagnation. You see others move forward, but you feel stuck, like invisible chains are holding you back. These patterns aren't always due to bad choices or laziness. They may be spiritual blockades designed to exhaust your willpower and disconnect you from hope. When Sihr takes hold in someone's life path, it can distort their rizq, provision, their purpose, and their internal drive. It keeps them locked in a loop, not because Allah has abandoned them, but because something is trying to pull them away from divine destiny. The moment you realize that logic alone can't explain your stagnation is the moment you must turn to the unseen. Allah never allows hardship without reason, but He also never leaves a sincere heart unprotected. What blocks you spiritually can be broken through spiritually. You must return to Quranic healing, consistent ruqya, heartfelt dua, and the unwavering belief that when Allah opens a door, no one can close it. Conclusion: freedom is possible. Spiritual attacks are real, and so is divine healing. Witchcraft may be hidden, but it is not stronger than the word of Allah. You are not cursed, broken, or abandoned. You are in a test that you can pass with the tools Allah has already given you. Awareness is the first step. Protection comes through knowledge, faith, and sincere worship. You are not alone in your suffering. You are not imagining it. What you are feeling may very well be a sign that your soul is under siege. But remember, Allah is the protector. He is the light in darkness, the healer of all hearts. With Him, no Sihr can prevail, no curse can endure, and no pain lasts forever. He has promised healing for those who seek it. So start today, not with fear, but with hope. Begin the path of spiritual recovery. Recite the Qur'an. Increase your dhikr. Strengthen your salah. Seek refuge in the morning and night supplications. Consult trustworthy scholars and ruqya practitioners if needed. But above all, remember, when Allah opens a door, no force on earth can shut it. Your freedom is not only possible, it's promised.